Welcome to DNA Atlanta Sports Show. I'm Donnell Suggs, editor-in-chief of the Atlanta Voice.
And I am Andrea Richmond, sportscaster, esports broadcaster, just all around host and analyst around the Atlanta area.
And we are going to try to do something special here. We're trying to be an all-black, black-owned, black-operated Atlanta sports show that focuses on Atlanta sports, and that's it. Not who Bill Belichick's dating, not winning at Preakness.
Not who the latest drama, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese drama. What else is going on in the world? Not key, unfortunately. Well, fortunately or not.
We got enough Atlanta sports where I think I can talk about it in a fun way, in an informative way, in an insider way, and still not like have to worry about outside of our Atlanta sports sphere.
And not too much drama, all about the sports and all about the things that are going on in the Atlanta area, because we have several teams, especially some teams that are going to do their thing this year.
Some of the teams that are really interesting spaces in their particular sport.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there's too much focus, I feel like, on the Falcons, on the Hawks, although we do love the Falcons and Hawks. We are going to cover a lot of that. Yes, no, absolutely.
What about the Atlanta Dream? That season just started.
Come on. Yes, their season just started. And actually, we can just go ahead and jump on into it because the Atlanta Dream actually just played their second game of the season against the Indiana Fever in Indiana, and it was down to the wire last second affair.
Possession to possession.
Yeah.
And it was 91-90 in favor of Atlanta Dream. It was their first win of the season.
First win of the season, too.
Mesco, the head coach, that was his first win career at WNBA.
Yeah.
That was cool. But what I think was best, if you ask me, was the fact that the Atlanta Dream got a balanced scoring attack. It wasn't just one person. It wasn't just Ryan Howard. It was everybody.
And you know what? The interesting thing about last night, what was it? 19 of 28 points in the Dream's first quarter was just BG and Brianna Jones just doing their thing. Brianna Jones and Brittany Griner were on a tear, which was actually really good because last game they broke the 3-point record in the first 3 quarters. So for them to go to the post and start the game off in the post, it kind of set the tone for the rest of the game because they really needed those.
So you set the tone for the rest of the season that yes, shooting is great, and when you're knocking them down, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But you have 2 major post presence.
Oh my gosh. 2 of the best in the league.
The best in the league.
Yeah.
Have them both. Let's use that. Yeah. Go to those double machines and let's
double machines. I like that one.
Ryan Howard is clicking like she did at the beginning of the third quarter with 3 straight. Right. But if she's not, you still got instant buckets in the post.
And you know what? That's the important thing, too, because Carl Smeskos, he came from FGC, right? Florida Gulf Coast, right? And so they were known for attacking the 3, shooting up the 3s. And as we talked about, it's up-tempo. So for you to not only have people like Alicia Gray, who went ahead and won the skill challenge last year for 3-point shots. She is amazing, man. Offense, defense, she does it. And Ryan Howard, too, who loves to attack from the 3-point line. Having 2 of the best post presence in the league who can get rebounds, offensive rebounds, and turn that, kick it back out, or go ahead and put it back up as soon as you get it, clean up the trash as the goal line. This is a season for success, and that's why I feel like the Dream might be one of Atlanta's better teams this year, honestly.
Our best championship opportunity might.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, because the Braves are playing better. We'll talk about them later. And the Falcons have a lot of upside. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Dream need to have a lot more focus, y'all, because starting tomorrow, obviously, at State Farm Arena, State Farm Arena game, against the Indiana Fever, there's a chance for fans to come out and really see a really good team play.
Yeah.
A really good special team play.
And I think, especially, too, knowing the Caitlin Clark circus, everything that's going on, that's why we have it at the State Farm Arena. And people are going to go there and be like, oh, Caitlin Clark. And then they're going to be surprised about just how good this Dream team is.
Other players besides Caitlin Clark.
You know?
I didn't know that the Dream had a bunch of really good players.
Yeah.
It's not just Ryan Howard. It's much more than that. It's not just BG.
No.
It's more than that. People need to come and check that team out.
And I think what's really good, too, is last game against the Mystics, who is an up-and-coming team, too, didn't end up getting the win against the Mystics. But they had really bad miscommunication on defense, ball screens. They weren't actually matching up on the right person.
As the folks, they look at they wasn't sure what they needed.
They were getting lost in the sauce. Okay? Let's be honest. But Smesco pointed that out in the pregame press conference, and it was total night and day. So you can tell that they learned quickly too, which is expected from a team full of a whole bunch of veterans.
Right. And after the game yesterday, he's soaking wet because they kind of spray over. It was just really cool to see him come to the post-game Zoom wet. And he's like, you know what? This team is special.
Yeah.
And there's something here. And
Oh my gosh.
now, of course, the whole goal is to win every single game you play.
Mhm.
But I'm thinking fans need to get out there and check the dream out.
Yeah.
There's something there, dude. I think there's
Yeah. And when's the last time you just said it? When's the last time you could say an Atlanta team, there's something special going on in here? Like the Braves team that went ahead and did their thing. And then the Falcons team that went ahead and did their thing, all right, in the Super Bowl. That was a special team. But, you know, it was few and far between, I feel like, with Atlanta sports and magic in the ball. Yeah.
these big guys. Yes, it's your similar championship out the 5-6 for real, man.
Yeah.
And I think this is the one.
This is the one.
No, but this dream team,
Yeah.
it's only been 2 games.
Yes.
That's so yeah.
Whole horses, right? We do have to. We are sipping on that sauce, but at the same time, too, when you have a modern 3-and-D and also inside, outside game too, it's a formula that works in the NBA. It's a formula that works in the WNBA, and to have a whole bunch of veterans who know what they can do, and of each and every single point of their careers have like led a team. Brianna Jones has been a WNBA All-Star. BG too.
The WNBA champion.
Ryan Howard has done her thing, has been in the first round pick, you know, and I mean, first pick of the draft overall. And then Alicia Gray, too, has done her thing. It's a team that's built for success, having Nas Hillman, having people who are going in the convention on the bench and doing their thing. And Nia Coffey's been doing her thing as well.
She didn't score a point last night, but yet on the way to get 5 rebounds, 3 assists, a big time block at the end.
Oh my gosh, that was so clutch.
It's the plays without having to score a basket.
Absolutely.
That's a good team.
That's a great team. When you can find ways.
The Nuggets team that won the championship.
And you know what?
I feel like that.
They ended up winning the championship, doing their thing, and had a window for the long time, too, you know? So this is a team that we need to look out for, and I feel like Atlanta, if you are sleeping on the dream, don't wake me, keep dreaming. Don't be dreaming. Wake up on the dream.
Hey, look, it's cheap to go to game.
It is. It's very cheap.
How about the one on Thursday?
That one might cost me pretty penny. That might be a lot.
Later on in the season, that might cost you.
Yeah.
There's still tickets available for that.
Yeah, no. That is what I'm saying, that a lot of people aren't investing and buying into it. And this is why I love the Point of the Whole podcast, too, to bring out, you know, all the Atlanta teams, not just the few couple that obviously people are invested in, but may not be having the ups and downs or the highs that this dream team will have.
Started yet. I don't want to talk about college football right now.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Like, we talked about this all the time before we started. Oh my gosh, Georgia Tech, or what's going on with UGA? Oh, okay. Do you know how many months ago this is until?
Playing any football. Talk about the teams that are happening, and that's what DNA's Atlanta Sports Talk Show is for.
Yeah.
Talking about sports in Atlanta right now.
Yeah.
Right now. You will not get us talking about college football for a half hour in May.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
I mean, we can talk about it when that happens, but how many months is that going to be in? So why not celebrate the teams that are doing well and are doing the thing just like the Atlanta Dream, right?
Yeah, Andrea. So with that being said, we're going on,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to talk about the Atlanta Falcons.
Ooh.
Please. The hype is in.
The hype is there.
Penix, you see Penix throw that ball and Cam?
I really wonder, like, what's going on behind that do-rag, honestly. Mr. Durag, man.
Yeah, at the Hall field with his girl, he still has a do-rag.
You know?
Say that left-handed pass is beautiful.
Yeah, it does.
The kid looks happy.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. With that being said, the schedule has been released.
Yes, it's been released. And let's walk through some of these games that are going to happen because they start off the schedule with a lot of NFC teams, and we could just talk about the first matchup, 1:00 on Sunday against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know, I feel like they're going to split with the Buccaneers, but this first
Last year.
they swept them.
They
They swept them last year, but I think that was a little bit of, you know, the Bucs have been up and down injuries, right? Injuries happen with the Bucs. Mike Evans ended up being out.
He missed 4 of those games.
Yes, he missed one of those games. And I feel like in order for a quarterback like Baker Mayfield, you're going to want to have a lot of wide receiver talent around them.
The best one you've had on the team for 10 years.
Oh my gosh, yes, exactly. So
No loss.
I feel like they go ahead and win that one. We'll talk about the other one a little bit about.
He's in September 7th.
Yes. And this is good. We'll kick off Penix too for a really good start because they'll need it going until Minnesota. The Vikings.
At Minnesota last year, they played at Minnesota. Yeah, it was supposed to be a Kirk Cousins game.
Yep.
He didn't play well.
Yeah.
Play well.
Yeah.
If I'm not correct, they lost that game by a couple touchdowns.
Yeah.
Not two. I'm talking about a couple of me.
It was ugly type stuff. Yeah, really bad.
So playing at Minnesota again a year later, younger quarterback,
Younger quarterback.
expectations. I still feel like Minnesota is just a good football team at home.
They are, and it's a primetime game too, so that is something to take a note of. And also too, JJ McCarthy is interesting in this because JJ McCarthy will be coming back, and we'll see. He has to get acclimated to the offense as well, so we'll see how good he is. But just having Jordan Addison and JJ over there catching patches for you, Kevin O'Connell's gonna make sure that he's not gonna be set up for no bad. Yeah.
It's similar together.
And for as much as we talk about, this Falcons team, their defense does need some help, and they did draft a whole bunch of defensive help, right?
On the front line, what they needed it most.
So yes, 2 edge in the first couple rounds.
We have no idea I don't care what they did in college. This is a different league.
And that's what I'm saying, right?
For that.
We have so many players that are so young on the defense. I feel like, especially going against, those 2 wide receivers, that's probably going to be an L just because of the fact that, hey, it's on the road. So, yeah, especially as rookies, too. Everybody's so young on the Falcons. It's going to be hard.
Week 3 interests me a lot. September 21st at Carolina. No, let's say, they suck.
You're right.
Kids do that, folks.
No.
10 that were way better than Carolina.
No.
Last year.
Yeah. Bryce Young is starting hooking towards the end of the year, man.
This season in particular against Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
the way he looked at in the Benz that night, I said, wow, this guy's Joe Montana.
Dude.
Oh, I believe.
And if you saw him in Alabama, that's something you were waiting for a long while. And, he's not the biggest guy, very slight, very small, but it was just about finding his place into the league. And I believe they picked up a wide receiver in the draft as well.
From Arizona.
They did get T-Mac, and T-Mac is going to be a problem in this league. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah.
Was he early?
Yeah.
I was surprised they drafted him.
Dude.
Man, the kid can play.
The kid can play, and everybody, when everybody says they're the sleeper of the draft, they're probably not a sleeper.
There's a reason why they was drafted in the 4th round.
Come on. Yeah, that is an actual sleeper. So I probably push. You know what? I'll say they're at Carolina. I say they go ahead and lose this one, but split the other one. Yeah.
Ultimately, I'm going to say they lose in Carolina, but they end up winning in Cal on November 6th.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And those 2 teams split. I'm split with Tampa Bay as well.
Yep.
Because I just feel like this league is really tight.
Yeah. And also, too, Primetime Baker, well, we'll get to that, but Primetime Baker, he's going to show up. He's crazy.
Now, here's a toughie.
Yeah.
Sunday, November 28th, versus Washington. So you're home, but Washington at this point, but within week 4, should probably be 3-0 or 2-1.
I'm out
into this game.
I know Falcons fans, like, a lot of hope, a lot of expectations going into this one. Man, Jaden Daniels is hooping, man. He's hooping, he's balling.
Beyond expectations of this NFC championship game. Yeah. From nowhere near that.
As clutch can be, he always finds a way, I feel like, at the end of the day, to figure out a way to win.
Ways.
Falcons
that game.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagle game wasn't a blowout.
No.
He was on the field.
Yeah.
He kept them close.
Yeah.
I don't think we beat Washington. At Washington, at Atlanta, on the moon, in Alabama, it wouldn't make a difference.
No. On the moon is crazy. We can have, Michael Penix, gravity ball, moon ball, and it still wouldn't matter. It would not matter. That's an L right there.
Bye week, so you can't lose that.
An early bye week, I think is good because, we already slated.
Yeah, break the thing up a little.
We already slated 3 losses. So for this young team that has so many pieces, young teams that catch on fire a little bit later in the year, that happened with Washington. Yeah. That we talked about.
Well, and then got really hot late.
Yeah.
Riding that wave.
So I feel like this bye week will be good. Although they do go against Buffalo the next week.
Well, it's against Buffalo in week 6 and at San Francisco a rebound.
Yeah.
San Francisco probably helps San Francisco.
Yeah.
In week 7.
Yeah.
On paper, I just don't see why they will win either one of those.
No.
Well, here, I still don't see it.
On paper, maybe I feel like one of these games they can find a miracle, but as far as now,
honestly,
no, they're not going to beat Buffalo at all. I feel like, especially even if it is home, no, I feel like that's not going to happen. So
I'm down for a win at San Francisco because I'm not sure what San Francisco is doing.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But I cannot give you a money against Buffalo.
Oh no, jeez, no, absolutely not. Honestly, On paper, I would slate both these as L's, but
I had the team, my W, I did this.
yeah, she's hurting a little with it, but it is a young team, and we're going against a lot of vets, and Brandon Ayuk will be back. A lot of the injury problems that San Francisco had, Trent Williams and everything, it'll be fixed. They'll be fixed. McCaffrey, they'll all be back, maybe they won't be as, sterling because they are a little bit older, but
Well, that is money too, so like, okay, cool.
you
It's a big ball.
so
San Francisco should be a playoff team.
yeah, it should be at San Francisco too on a Monday night.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cool.
That's probably okay. But yeah,
Here comes what I consider more though.
Miami, yeah.
Anything against Miami in Atlanta,
Mhm.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Tua obviously will have Tyreek back. We'll be hopefully not injured. Hopefully we in this. No, man, he's been doing his thing when he has. When he can, though, that's the question.
Fun to watch.
Yes, always a good one. A-Chain was really good. Great.
Still would have back.
Really good. But I feel like this Falcons team, after having so many early season losses, will finally start to get into the weaker part of their season and start to feel some confidence. This is where win streaks start to happen. And the rookies get comfortable on the defensive end.
Start getting used to being in the NFL. I'm real forgetting now. Penix had 3 starts in his career. Thinking that Penix is playing forever.
No.
But a 3 games.
Yeah, no.
But to that, he played in 2.
Mm-hmm.
So his NFL career is very small.
Super young.
So this is basically your rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
In a way. So
He has the advantage of being older, but this is still against grown men. This is still against grown men,
and this is against the league that's looking to kind of put your fire out because you don't know the hype and everything.
Yeah.
Week 9 at New England, I just can't see why they were.
No, man. New England still has some problems. I still feel like they haven't fortified. They did go ahead and get, I can't think of that. Used to be in Buffalo, wide receiver, really changed Josh Allen's career. I forget his name. Was just in Texas. Forget his name. Unfortunately, he did end up getting hurt. Dang, I'm forgetting his name. I'm drawing blanks on his name right now. But they did end up going ahead and get him. But I feel like their wide receiver position, when it comes to their skill position, is still not good.
Well, I think defensively they're super weak, and that was one of the issues.
And also, too,
The Falcons finally get on a roll.
Yeah. As long as you don't toss it to Stephon Gilmore, you're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what that? Week 10, you're at home again.
Mm-hmm.
In the end.
And Indiana's so interesting, right? We're going across the pond, right? We're going ahead to get in bits, which is good. But it is 9:30 in the morning. What's funny, it depends on what type of AR we're gonna get, right? Because unfortunately, Robinson has had his ups and downs. When he's playing well, he can toss it better than anybody. But
all the numbers are there: 6'5", he's 205, and all this. That all sounds well and good, but if the kid's only playing 8 games a year, it doesn't matter.
And and if he isn't taking it seriously, which ended up being, I think, part of the reason why he was benched, of course, is that I think he believed he started again right towards the end of the year. But I feel like the Falcons can go ahead and win this one. Across the pond, nobody plays their best ball, but I feel like if you have enough pieces, and I just feel like the Falcons, especially getting their stride, racking up at least 2 or 3 wins in the last couple of weeks that we slated.
The game against Indiana, they got this.
You have to.
It's to make the playoffs. You're probably not playing for anything. We are.
Yeah.
Win this game against, and I don't care where we play, we better beat this team.
And I feel like across the pond, the running game matters. And so if we go ahead, our edges that we picked up in the draft just now just ended up doing their thing. Walker and Penix just go ahead and do their thing. Then we'll end up going and getting that W.
All right, so we already said that on November 16th, at home against Carolina should be a win.
It should be a win. That should split. Should
There you
split.
go. November 23rd. It's a big rivalry. It's always an important game. It's at New Orleans. That being said, the Saints do not want to win any football games this year. They're trying to get Archman. They don't want to win any football games. I doubt they're going to be the Falcons, but how are?
Tyler So. That's all I have to say. Shout out. Obviously, Derek Carr retiring in the beginning of the year is crazy. But even if they had Derek Carr,
Shaky.
yeah, very shaky.
That quarterback room, I think you and I get some spins to do it.
Hey, when's the last time we throw up a ball? You know what I mean?
It's been a while, but if I'm looking at that roster, something and dude, that's the quarterback room.
Yeah, dude. I really feel like Spencer Rattler will go ahead and probably get to be the starter,
12 by now. By this point, they're probably at 2-10.
Dude.
Then they maybe make a change.
Yeah. Tyler So and Spencer Rattler. It's ill. It's disgusting, okay? I really feel like the Saints are just, again, they're just thinking forward to the future.
If I was not treating the Saints this year, then what are you?
I am confused.
What's going on?
I understand division rivalries, crazy stuff always happens, but it would be even crazier for you to lose to this team.
I'm not trying to win it. You are. Yet you're still coming home without a win. Come on. Get a W for that.
Yeah, hate can fuel you, but not that much.
Okay. You and I are in a tough position here. We got both lifelong Jets.
We are.
You want to keep that on the record.
Yes.
Everybody that knows me already knows that. Everybody knows you already knows that.
Yeah.
Said, come on, man. Falcons got beat.
They do have to be the Jets. Oh, my God.
Yeah, you're sick. I love Justin Fields. I'm a happy thing.
Yes, I'm very good for him.
Take my Jets fan out of it for a minute.
Yeah.
All right. You got to beat the Jets.
No, man.
Playoffs.
Yeah. And shout out to new coach, Glenn. I forget his last name. Aaron Glenn. I'm sorry. Aaron Glenn. Great and a great defensive mind, too, I feel like, as well.
It was like, oh, my God, we hired someone that knows football. And
yes. No. And I feel like he'll recover this team in a lot of different ways.
so many ways.
Just not now. Just not now. Just not now. Just November 30th, I feel like it won't happen. Justin Fields, hoping the best for him. The run game should be better. Oh, man. Yeah.
I like to beat.
Better defense. Again, make use. And that's where I really feel those rookies need to shine against that offensive line. Because that offensive line, as we know, they rebuilt. It's being rebuilt. So right now, it's still trash can.
Chance you eat the sacks that you want. What happened?
Please, eat up right here. Go ahead. Sack hunt right now.
Yeah, this is the time for you to do it. Your last month of the season, December 7th, at home versus Seattle. This team does not play well against Seattle. That being said, Gino's in Vegas. He's still on.
Yeah.
I think Seattle's not. I'm not trying to say they're not doing well, but they just signed the kid that was in Minnesota. Darnold's in Minnesota. Former Jet. Darnold's in Minnesota. Seattle, I'm not saying they have a quarterback. I mean, he's in Seattle, man.
Yeah.
So they probably feeling reignited or whatever.
Yeah.
But at home, if you don't beat a team like Seattle, that means you're telling me you can't beat the playoffs.
Dude, if you don't beat Sam Darnold, I don't know about you and your opinion, but I really feel like at his best, like Sam Darnold can play best the team, right? So if the team is good, Sam Darnold can go ahead and do some things. But at the end of the day, and Minnesota was good last year. But when Seattle isn't good, and I feel like Gino carried a lot more than people thought, he's not gonna do well. I really feel like this is gonna be a shaky year for Seattle. Shout out to Mike. He's doing his thing for our head coach, but I really feel like it's a W, man. It's a W with the Seahawks.
Tampa Bay, we already said that they beat Tampa Bay at home season, so they split that. That's a lead.
Yeah. Primetime Baker, man.
So the difference in this division is it'll be everybody has to sweep the Saints.
Yes, everybody has to sweep the Saints. I hope they do, but
and Arizona, December 31st, couple days before Christmas, your mind's kind of like not really into this.
Yeah.
But Arizona's not good. And if you're going to be good, you should beat the Arizona Cardinals. No?
What's your opinion on Kyler Murray? Because I feel like Kyler Murray
5-6. He was good. I'm like, how is he good?
Oh, yeah. How is he good? Man, he be going ahead, using that. Shout out to my mom. We always call him Big Head. The Big Head be scurrying and just making plays. And he makes plays. I feel like Kyler Murray, especially, too, he always, unless, sometimes that team is hurt. And I feel like Carolina. There's always something going on with Arizona.
Julian looks like he's the real deal, though.
Yeah,
Receivers, one player, but
no, he is. And I feel like him and Kyler just needs one. I feel like Arizona goes ahead and takes the win here. I'm not going to lie. Yeah,
This is in the West Coast, a couple days before Christmas.
Yeah.
Monday night, game. That's our second Monday night. Yeah. December 29th, almost booked now, a couple days before New Year's now. So my mind's racing on that.
Yeah.
But they're playing the Rams here in Atlanta. I can imagine the atmosphere a couple days before New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Football in Atlanta. Full capacity crowd, buzzing. Couple games left of the season. You kind of need to make the playoffs.
You do need to make the playoffs. Since it's your last push. You know what? This is one where I wouldn't be surprised. I know where I'm going to go with this, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're opposite. I'm going to go ahead and say an L just because I believe in Matt Stafford, Sean McVay doing their thing. And I feel like Puka Nacua, I feel like that offense. Then that defense was also young last year. They turned it on towards the end of the year.
The first backs are unbelievable.
Dude.
Oh, them said he's loaded. Backfield.
Telling you, right?
That's it.
And they have an edge rusher too. I don't remember his name, but they have an edge rusher that just blows up plays a lot. Not as much as Aaron Donald, obviously. Nobody's gonna be him.
Something different.
But he still does his thing, and I feel like because of that, I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like the Rams will win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Atlanta, like you talked about, you set the scene. They really need this win. It's a close matchup. Somebody else in the division going ahead and doing their thing. There is also a chance too. I mean, with as many wins as we slated,
We had them at 9-7 right now if they lose to the Rams. If they lose to the Rams at 9-7 with one more game against New Orleans and Atlanta,
and they're probably going to win that one. I mean, they should win that.
that will be a 10-7 season.
10-7 season.
Just for anyone that doesn't follow football a lot,
Mm-hmm.
the Falcons have not made playoffs for 7 consecutive years. The Falcons have not won more than 8 games for 7 consecutive years.
Yeah.
They've been 7-10, 5 years in a row until last year.
Jeez.
That shit was a great no. It was 8-9.
No. and maybe if Kirk played a little earlier, it would be. I mean, Kirk didn't play earlier.
I'm hurt.
Come on, but, and he can't move, then that'd be different. But I feel like, especially too with Carolina, I feel like they'll be right there on the cusp of playing for the division title. I don't think that's bad. I feel like there could probably be a 2-game swing, whether or not they end up being like maybe like 12-5 to 10-7 or 9-8.
7-9, really 9-8, but
9-8, yeah.
is the by far.
No, absolutely. And especially too, considering the fact that it's the NFC East, the NFC, I apologize, is top loaded.
Top heavy.
Is top heavy. So, the Eagles are going to do their thing. Washington's going to do their thing. Everybody else is kind of up in the air,
You can't really call anyone else and say, I mean,
the Cowboys are up in there. No, you have no idea. Something's going to happen with the Cowboys.
say it's on paper.
Yeah, San Francisco's just been hurt. So that's the only reason why I say,
2 years.
yeah. That's the only reason with them. Who are other names?
It's always a playoff team because we're not. That's why Tampa always is.
Exactly.
We only get one out of our team.
Yeah,
Oh, Tampa too. None of us. No one's gonna leave the NFC South with more than 10 wins.
No.
Not 2 teams.
No.
Someone's getting 10. Someone's getting.
No, especially with this schedule too. Well, you are blessed to be going against the AFC East, so that does help you a little bit. That helps you a lot of it. Oh, come on, blessings.
Well, Buffalo at home at least.
Buffalo at home is the worst. Yeah, that's as good as you can get.
Good. It's still gonna be a Monday Night Football against Buffalo. Ready.
Yeah.
10-7.
Okay, that's fine. I'm good with that.
DNA saying that with the Eagles
10-7. And I feel like maybe if Penix can get a heater, he might be able to do a little bit better in that first month.
I think we could swing.
Absolutely.
That feels like that could be a W.
That first month, Carolina, Minnesota, crazy things can happen. Who knows? Right there, we slated them. But yeah,
Be a big change.
could be a big change. Could be a good thing.
It could be a really good thing.
Mhm.
All right, that being said, now we're going to transition to the Braves. Really?
Braves.
Spencer Strider came back last night. I am the resident baseball nut.
The Braves.
I am a baseball nut on this show.
Yeah.
Spencer Strider came back last night, and that means the Braves got back a really legitimate starter. That being said, he's only started 2 games this year. 2, with 2 months in between. He looked terrible last night. That rocker
Yeah.
didn't look good.
Yeah.
He's back. And that's a good thing to have.
It's good to have your vets and starters be there. Just a breath. And you know what? Your first couple swings at it, you're not going to be exactly who you want to be.
The competition is Toronto. That was a 1.5.
Yeah, and it was rough. But the thing is, at least it was rough early on when I did watch that game. Very early on, you got the runs. You got better as time going on. So that's something to look forward to.
This is the half and back.
Yes.
Now, when you run Acuna back in a couple of weeks, potentially, knock on wood. Can't knock on the wood 'cause that's not good for the mic.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. That makes the team a lot better. So, Braves fans need to be patient.
Yeah.
Washington tonight, they got Washington tomorrow, and they get ready to come back home. There's a chance to turn things around a little bit.
Yeah.
They're still hovering with that over 500, under 500 thing, but at least you're getting better players back.
And you mentioned the fact that the Nationals are a budding team. They're a building team, too. So for them to go ahead and get a win in the W, not unsurprising,
As they got as much young talent as the Braves have. They're just not as good yet.
Yeah.
You'll see them next year. We'll be having this conversation about Washington. It will be a different story, but not right now. So with that, we say the Braves are again on the road today. They're on the road tomorrow. They're back home on Friday.
Yeah.
All right. NBA, really quickly. Atlanta Hawks news. I know there's not much to win the playoffs.
It's been a while.
but,
Talking about 5 to 6 stretches yearly.
Western Town.
Yeah.
Zachary Richard, our first pick in the draft, our Rookie of the Year runner-up.
Yep.
Was named to the whole NBA rookie team. That was good.
And then, and you know what? It's especially considering the fact that it was such a weak draft class.
I saw some of this, had a double check. I'm like, oh, he gets to get Brad.
You know. It was such a weak draft. So for you to get any type of talent that's good and competitive, and it was actually like putting up, he has like a couple of 40 bombs here and there, 30 bombs.
Now,
Yeah, at least.
playing games. That's young.
No, he's young talent. And that's better than you can say. Unfortunately, the Hawks under Landry Fields have not been able to really build upon that team that did their thing. We have former GM Landry Field. Sorry about that. But he wasn't able to build this team off of the success that we had 2021. So
He's unbelievable.
unbelievable.
See the young, bright team kind of popping in and surprising folks.
Yeah.
Surprising Philly.
But then we got rid of John the Baptist. We got rid of Red Velvet. We got rid of
veteran guys who came up.
Yeah, Bogey is gone. So
Upset about that. Needed to keep those guys in that locker room.
we needed to, and instead, Clint Cabela's kind of like said it. Okogi's in the
He'll
Jay.
probably go.
Yeah, he is probably on. It's nice to have Ricochet do his thing, Great Barrier Reef do this thing. Like, we have something going on, but the question always remains with the Hawks: how fast are you moving? Because Trae Young getting impatient,
Getting impatient, and you say extremely expensive, which is
super expensive. Yeah.
so. With that said, congratulations on that, Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck with the draft. Last but not least, the NBA is in Eastern and Western Conference Finals. Last night we had Minnesota, Oklahoma City.
Absolutely. OKC. You know what? I'll talk a little bit about OKC. OKC, and this is maybe like hater glasses, even though I'm not a hater of them. Shout out to OKC. They're doing their things. I don't have a beef with them, but I will say, man, they get in their grill so much that it kind of feels like they found me for half the time. But as long as the refs call it the way it is, they went ahead and they beat. I feel like they would have beat Denver regardless, right? In that game finished one way or the other. I feel like, the calls were on their side, but regardless, they play physical defense. They have so much talent and they're so deep. I really didn't think whoever was the winner of the Wolves and the Warriors, even if Steph were healthy, was going to win against this OKC team. I don't feel like they would be. Complete all the way down.
Now they go about 9, 10 deep.
Yeah.
You normally playoffs, you shrink your roster, your lineup a little bit, and there are a lot of guys going to the bench that's contributing to that team.
And I feel like in the NBA, you usually have teams that are star driven or you have talent driven, but they have a whole bunch of talent that is around them, and they have a star in Shea Alexander.
These odd situations where everybody's cool with the fact that Shea's going to get 30.
Yeah,
Cool with that.
everybody.
I'm cool with that.
No.
Chef Holmgren, I'm cool with that. Don't worry about it.
Alex Caruso gonna work their butt off, dude. Lorenzen Dortat, his name is Lou Dort, but that's what I call him just because he does his thing, man. He does his thing. He's so good defensively.
Contributing to that team.
Yeah, yeah.
And for me, long time New Yorker, born and raised,
Yeah.
mixed Pacers. He's met a lot of good memories. Game 1 is tonight.
Oh,
Harden of all places.
the hate, it's back, baby.
Hate is back. It's not going to be the same.
It's not.
Punch you by the face.
It's not. Nah.
Because then you'll be better for like a year.
Oof.
It matters.
It does.
It really matters.
You know what's so funny? Like a couple weeks ago, before anything was clinched, I saw the 30 for 30 with Reggie. The whole choking out, going against Spike Lee and everything. So for them, the vibes are back. Those two going against him, and a supposedly overrated player in Tyrese Halliburton.
Like
That guy. No, he's showing you he's the real deal.
communicate along.
Against JB, and I think what's interesting too, will Cat turn it on? Because I feel like Cat had a mid-series last time,
Lot scores a 16 and 8.
Yeah.
But he hasn't really been a dominant force.
Yeah.
So you haven't done your time now. Do it now.
Yeah, do it now. And, if we saw how New York was after they won against, it wasn't even the conference finals and they're lit.
You go to Spurs and the city was literally wild side for 8 hours after the game.
I am worried for that city. If they end up going to the finals, man. Wow.
I'm worried for the city. He's going to be smoking the city.
Oh, it is, man. Who is it valid on Dykeman, man?
Regard.
Do not, man. You know how they were greasing the light bulbs for like Philly? Yeah, you're gonna need to grease everything. The streets. And it's a slip and slide because anybody's gonna go around and do something dangerous. But we'll see who ends up winning that one because I'm I'm going Knicks, man. I'm going Knicks,
I'm
hopefully.
going Knicks because I just think it's time.
Yeah.
I say the Pacers too.
Yeah.
I just feel like this Knicks team is really good.
Complete.
Extremely competitive against Oklahoma, in particular Oklahoma City in the final.
Yeah, no.
That'd be a great final.
It will be a great finals. And both teams that have a lot of good players, good rotation, and play hard, too. Such hard players.
And both rosters are full.
Mm-hmm.
Really talented.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be really cool. What the NBA does not want is Oklahoma City, Indiana final.
Oh, my gosh. The two smallest markets. No, they absolutely don't. Especially too. Adam Silver already complained about the ratings. The ratings are gonna.
Each of them jerseys flat for other countries.
Yeah.
He's in Oklahoma City jerseys. Will be moving around the country.
Oh, absolutely.
Both ain't even named the roster. The starting lineup on Indiana.
No, absolutely. It's Tyrese Halliburton
And yeah, exactly. And I covered him.
Hi.
So that does it for episode 1 of DNA Atlanta Sports Soul Show. We hope you guys enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Back here every Wednesday to do this. Sometimes we might even start doing it on the road.
Yeah. Let's go on the road, man. Get
Mobile live from College Park or go some Hall skate.
Holla Park.
We'll be everywhere.
Mhm.
We're everywhere. We really appreciate you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.